Yeah, hello, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. The tank is the Panzer Mutz. This is a German Tier 8 medium tank, and the map is Pilsen. Ignore the counter. The game is actually paused, and there's a defect. There was someone that made a comment in the beginning of this game that is very important, and it has a big impact on the game. And this is a great game. I actually love the way I played this game. I did an excellent job. And it goes to show you how, I did an excellent job doing my part, and my team completely failed me, and it happens all the time playing World of Tanks. So watch the comments. I'm going to read the comment when it happens, and because you might not be able to see it on the screen, but someone is going to post a comment at the beginning of the game, and it's going to disappear really quickly. It says, anyone willing to try an east side blitz? And this guy is B. Parker. Let's see if we could find where he is. The Jag Panther 2. Okay, that was my mistake. I didn't realize he was a tank destroyer until now. Excuse me. I just assumed he was a medium tank.
Time to roll out.
So I thought, oh yeah, they're going to be aggressive on the east side. This is going to be great. So, I'm an aggressive player. I play on the front lines. I'm a really good player. I'm not afraid to play. I take advantage of opportunities like there's no tomorrow. And what happens is I basically am going to end up blitzing all by myself. And my team is going to completely abandon me. And I thought that they were coming with me. You can see, if you look at the mini-map, it looks like they're following me, but they're not going to follow me. I'm going to end up going all by myself. So I decided to go into the lower area, because obviously the lower you are, it's difficult for the enemy to hit you. You can see that they still look like they're following me. Missed my shot on that tank. But what you're going to notice is that the enemy did not take up good positions. They're kind of in the back. We're halfway on the halfway point on the field, and they're not at the halfway point. So they didn't take up good positions, and there's not really a lot of them. There's 5 of us and only 3 of them. So I keep advancing. Why would I stay in the back when there's room in front of me and there's solid objects in front of me to hide behind? Once you have the skills to learn how to hide, you can go on. It increases the places you can travel to on the field. So now look at where I advanced to. This guy here, who we're going to trade a lot of shots with each other, right now, see those 2 stripes on his gun? He's got to be a good player. He's in a good position. He's shooting at my tanks. But I'm in a great position. Look at me. I can damage this guy. I could put shots into his engine if I wanted to. I ruined his game. This tank over here, the T-26, he's going to be pinned behind this house the whole time that I'm alive. He's going to be pinned behind that house. So he's not a full participant in the game. I suppressed the FCM-50T, and I suppressed the T-26E4, and any of these other tanks. I could have sworn there was another one that was up here. He must have retreated. I think it was the Object 416. And I held them back all by myself. And my team, I really thought I was going to get more support from them, but I didn't. So let's watch what happens. You're going to see that at some point, you have to reposition. First job is getting there and take your lucky shot. But then, you turn your tank, get close to the building, as far to the right as possible, and you have to fight against that guy, and he is going to shoot back. But you can't both be out in the open. Now, this is the point where I thought, well, there's got to be something wrong. How did this T-26E4 come around the corner and my allies didn't do anything? Look at where they are. Like, none of them blitzed on the east side. And I don't, this happens all the time. It's nothing new. But you can see that the game has completely changed. The T-2064 backed up for some reason. An ally almost shot me. The FCM-50T retreated. An ally came over to the location. And we're going to, go after these two medium tanks. Basically, I saw the Object 416 fire his gun. I don't know what his reload time is. Let's say it's 8 seconds. That means that I can go forward, take a shot, and then hide again. And I'm going to wait until he fires, or until his gun is pointed in the other direction. I should have shot at the Object, but I shot it at the T-26 instead. Which was a dumb move. The Object had lower hit points. I have no more repair kits. But you'll note, if you look at the mini-map, the enemy team is just gone. They're just not here anymore. Whatever reason why, they're just dead. And look at my allies. They're really not in great positions. They are starting to come forward. It looks like that's what's happening. But we've been here for quite a bit, and they're just now beginning to come forward. I'm obviously getting tracked here. What I should have done, if I had better situational awareness, is just sat here and done absolutely nothing. So that's one of the mistakes that I made, because my allies did start to show up.
Target acquired. Penetration.
Okay, so I got a kill. Unfortunately, at this point, my allies were slow to advance. I would have appreciated if they had given me better cover. If they had spread out. They were all hiding in the same spot behind these houses. They should have spread out a little bit more, advanced to the houses in the front, taken up in these valleys. They didn't have to come to where I was, but they should have taken up better positions. They were very slow to advance. There's too much fear in the game. Now we have a situation where I only have 37 hit points left. We've got this Panzer Mutz who's way in the back here. And the IS-6, who's way in the back. And I never call these people good players. Why would they be good players if they're almost at their spawn? They're unable to play in a dangerous position. They play in safe positions all the way in the back. And it might keep them alive, but I still get better EXP in the game and sometimes even more damage. So I don't consider these guys to be good players, and we're in a situation now, like I said, I got 37 hit points. The J Panther, excuse me, has half his hit points. The STA is low on hit points. So we're not in a strong position. And right now I'm definitely not in a strong position. But what happened at that point was bad. I want to reverse for a moment. This all worked out really well. I waited for them to fire. I shot at them when they were vulnerable. The T-26, he is in a tough position because he's got 2 tanks in front of him and 1 behind him. So he's just asking to die. He would have been safer if he had gone between the houses in that gap over there, if he had gone to the right. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. So now, at this point, like I said, you want to have good situational awareness. People don't look at the mini-map often enough, and I don't have a good habit. When I hear a tank being spotted, I look at the mini-map, and I'm sure many other players do too. You hear like a ping noise, and you look at the mini-map to see where the tank was spotted. A new tactic that I'm using is while my tank is reloading, I look at the minimap to gauge the situational awareness. Now, the situational awareness right now is that we've got a full health tank over there and a full health tank over there. 2 full health tanks right in front of me. Me being not only a one-shot, but they just have to lightly